There's a team that comes from East Geelong, and they're wonderful to see. Oh, their backs are fine.
Welcome back, and of course a big round of matches on this afternoon and another ripper game tomorrow as well. But this afternoon it is the 94.7 match of the day, and it's the East Geelong Eagles who are running along very, very nicely indeed against the Bannockburn Tigers, who had a fantastic win against the Belpost Panthers last week. I'll start with you, Mitch. This is a great game of footy out at the East Geelong Oval.
Yes, it certainly is, Dick. There's no doubt that every year, whether East going well or or not going so well, this is always a great game. Bannockburn seems to have had the wood over East Geelong for a period of time, but I'm going to tip an upset today. I'm going to tip East Geelong at home. Logic says that Bannockburn will win, but I'm going to tip an upset coming off that great victory last week against the Belmont. Who did they play last week?
Belmont Lions.
Belmont Lions, that's who it was. They knocked off the Belmont Lions.
Yeah, knocked them off.
I'm just going to tip an upset. If East Geelong are going to make any sort of a run at the 5, I think they've got to win today. So I'm tipping East Geelong.
Grubby, don't be confused what's on the screen, but East Geelong, Bannockburn. East Geelong's playing some good footy at the moment.
Well, I think I was the one that said early on the piece, just watch out for East Geelong, even though when they weren't winning games and weren't travelling well, and they're playing a lot better football now. Last week, I reckon Ricky's played a bit of a stooge trick. I reckon he's left a few players out against Winch. So looking at the scores, they struggled a fair bit during the day. So I thought they probably should have won that by a lot more. So I reckon Ricky's left a few out. Bannockburn, before last week, I'd have said this would be a really, really close game. And I might have even agreed with you, Mitch, and went for East. But, Bannockburn beaten Belpost Hill last week. I think they're playing too good. And I think Bannockburn will win.
Well, there you go. So that's the 94.7 match of the day this afternoon. You can hear it live on the Pulse from 1:30 this afternoon as well. Now tomorrow, well, we waited for this since September last year, the replay of the 2014 Grand Final and the replay of the 2013 Grand Final, two clubs that have dominated the competition the last couple of years, and some of the Ring Road Recreation Reserve. It should be an absolute ripper, Grubby. We've been waiting for this one for quite a while.
Yeah, look, we have, and I don't think well, obviously when you look at the ladder before, both sides haven't got a monopoly on the competition this year as they did the last couple of years. So, and as we've already said, Inverleigh are flying a bit up, but they're on top. But look, Belpost and North had their ups and downs. I thought North was struggling a bit early, but still be able to win, although Thompson gave them a touch-up. How the hell that ever happened, I'll never know. And then Bannockburn come out and beat Belpost Hill last week. So both sides haven't got the consistency and the fact that they're not well above every other team in the comp. I don't know because it's up at the Ring Road. I'm going to go for the Panthers.
What about you, Mitch? The Panthers or the Magpies? Who's going to win this?
Oh, look, I'm going to tip the Magpies because look, I don't reckon either side have been that impressive, to tell you the truth. I saw the Magpies against the Tommy Tigers, and Thompson gave them a fair old touch-up. I just felt that the ground might have been a bit small for the Magpies, and Bannockburn certainly surprisingly beat Belpost Hill last week, so that means that their form's not as great as it should be. Toss of the coin, I'm going to go for North Geelong, and thanks, Dick, for saying that Bannockburn beat the Belmont Lions last game, and when they actually beat Belpost Hill, so I apologise for that, but I'm certainly going to go for North Geelong. My old man played at North Geelong, so I've got a bit of a sentimental spot for him.
Oh, you always say you love North Geelong, just a little bit.
A little bit, I do. A little bit.
All right, you can also tune into this game tomorrow afternoon on 94.7 The Pulse as well. Big weekend for country football, big weekend for the radio. It should be a fantastic game indeed. Okay, games on this afternoon again. Out of the Inverleigh Oval, we're talking about Inverleigh, just how good they are travelling at the moment. 8-zip, and they come up against a side that is struggling, no doubt about that. Mitch, I don't think Winchelsea can win their first game this afternoon.
No, Dick, they certainly can't. And, Inverleigh will certainly punish Winchelsea. Grundle will kick 10 or 12. I can't see anything other than that happening, to tell you the truth.
No upsets today, Grubby, you think, in this game?
No, there won't be an upset, but maybe Macca might take a leaf out of Ricky's book and leave a few out and give them a bit of a rest.
He may.
That may give Winchelsea a little bit of a chance just to bridge the gap. They won't be able to win it. And hopefully that does happen, but I think Inverleigh very, very easily.
Okay.
The percentage might play later on who gets top spot.
Absolutely.
Speaking of sides that are travelling along very nicely at the moment, the Tommy Tigers out at the Thunderdome, out at Godfrey Street, they take on the Geelong West Cheetahs. And I'll go to you, Grubby. Thompson travelling along very nicely at the moment, and could just about get themselves back in the 5 with a win this afternoon.
Well, obviously, as I said before, their game against North Geelong must have played very, very good football, because I've spoken to two people who went and saw last week's game, and they said they weren't very impressive, Thompson. but they got over the line. And good sides who are going to make finals, when they're not playing well, they got to still win. And that's what they did last week, because Werribee Central's given a bit of a fright. But look, I just think, yeah, they'll be too good.
All right, Mitch, you can tell us how many goals is Tommy Tighe going to win by, and how many goals will Jackson McLeod kick?
Oh, Jackson will kick probably 10. Would have kicked 15 last week if he had a kick to him, but anyway, that's another story. Look, Thompson weren't that impressive last week, Grubby, I'd admit that, but you know, I just think that they'll be far too strong for West at Thompson. But as I said last week and the week before, they need to win the correct way. You know, none of this millionaire football. Just put your head over the ball, play as a team, and get the good habits going. So I think they win today, and I would like to think that they'll win the right way.
Okay, after their massive Saturday night out at the pier, the Belmont Lions come back to earth again, and they're out at their home ground, the Winter Resort, and they take on the Werribee Central's footy club. And I'll go to you first, Grubby. Your mob Werribee Centrals desperately need a win, and Belmont Lions, well, they'll probably could bounce back after, well, it was a bit of a shock loss to North Geelong because they started off the game so well.
Yeah, look, they must have played well. Put it this way, if they go out and play like they did in the second quarter and the last quarter, I guess they'll probably win. If they go out and play like they did in the other quarters, they might not. But look, Werribee Centrals, obviously, I spoke to Johnny before, they played a little bit better. They got murdered the week before at Bannockburn, and they come back against Thompson and played a little bit better. But look, I've been in the Geelong District Footy League since 1984, and I've never ever said this, ever.
Oh, God, here we go.
But I think Belmont might beat Werribee Centrals.
Strike me. Mitch, can you beat that?
No, I can't, Dick. But I'll tell you what, Werribee were okay last week. I've been a rap for Belmont Lions, but they've lost their last two, albeit against reasonable sides, one at home, one away. They need to make a statement, otherwise their spot certainly is in jeopardy. But Belmont Lions for me.
Okay, now the last game on this afternoon is out at the Devils Playground. A side that hasn't won a game yet, the Cry Devils, but they've got Chris Tarrant, former Collingwood champion, playing for them this afternoon, so that might make a bit of a difference up against the Anarchy Roos. They are definitely struggling at the moment. Grubby, can Coria win their first game for 2015?
Yes, I think they can. If they've got Chris Tarrant, they can get Peter Dacos, they can Len Thompson, Max Richardson, get them all and they're a chance. But Anarchy were going okay, and then all of a sudden they just, the wheels fell off and they got a couple of absolute thumpings. And it's at the Devil's Playground, but I'm just going to lean towards Anarchy, I think.
Can they do it, Mitch?
Yeah, I think they can. Dick, they were reasonably impressive last week, just got beat. I think Chris Tarrant will make a massive difference, especially if he's forward. Anarchy are a young side, so that's probably why the inconsistency is grubby. But no, I'm going to pick Cry today to break their duck. So good luck to them today. They have a crack, and wish them all the best.
Depends on how many years since Chris Tarrant's played footy, because Brody Olin was a bit ordinary in the game last season.
I think Chris Tarrant actually played last year a couple of times, and he's been playing on and off since he retired. But, look, I hope there's a crowd of 5,000 people there and they make a buck, because they're having a go.
Oh, absolutely. They certainly need it. Well, thanks, guys. Mitch, good luck today, and enjoy the footy this afternoon and tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Grubby, enjoyed the call or changing the signs?
Yeah, where am I going?
I've got no idea.
I'm either going to Chinatown or East Geelong, one of the two.
Chinatown's a far better. Have the Peking duck.
That takes care of the footy show for another Saturday morning. I sure hope your team wins on the weekend, providing it's not the Belpastville Panthers. Thanks for your company once again. We'll see you all again next Saturday morning. Bye for now.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons, never ever beaten, Australia's number one. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump, if we use some handball and never shirk a bump. So give it all your best as we answer to the call. Geelong in district football, the greatest league of all. Come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons, never ever beaten, Australia's number one. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump,